हेलो आदित्य जी एंड वेलकम टू स्किल भारत सम्मान सीजन 3। आपसे फर्स्ट टाइम मिल रही हूँ लेकिन एकदम आप एज अ यंगर ब्रदर मुझे दिख रहे हैं तो बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है आपसे मिलके। सो आदित्य जी would like to know more about what you have been doing in this buzzing city of Kanpur and how the children have been a part of our preschool and how is it going?
Firstly, thank you so much for making me a part of this. And congratulations for the wonderful work you and your team are doing. I know you are a great educator, and the best part, you are a wonderful parent who has groomed the children very beautifully.
Thank
So
you.
congratulations to you. Myself, am an educator by choice with over 22 years of experience.
Oh wow.
So I just started after my graduation, rather in the last year of my graduation. And I have been basically focusing upon the preschool for the past these many years. So I have covered each and every dimension of the preschool. So be it content, curriculum, teaching methods, child psychology, child development, developmental milestones, the way how they all are interconnected, what is holistic development, and doing the same with the kids over here. And with the blessing of God, Mahadev has blessed our efforts. And more than 100 plus students who were seemed to be special were actually groomed up being a normal child, and they are in the normal way of life.
वाह सर, सबसे पहले तो बिल्कुल लगता नहीं है कि आप इतने छोटे दिखते हैं एंड दूसरा कि ब्रिंगिंग अबाउट अ चेंज या फिर एक इम्पैक्ट लाना इवन वो 100 बच्चों में अपने आप में बहुत इट्स लाइक अ वेरी वेरी बिग थिंग। सो रियली हैट्स ऑफ टू यू सर। तो बिकॉज आप इतना अमेजिंग काम कर रहे हैं and अब तो मैं आपकी बड़ी फैन हो गई हूँ। आई वुड जस्ट लाइक टू आस्क यू 2 to 3 questions. Sir, according to you, what skills, do you think that are very, very important? Ki bhai, when the child is in their preschool years, so what are the skills that they should learn in this current, Gen Z, Gen Y, jo apan bol lo. So in this current scenario, what skills would you like to, have in our children in
Well,
preschool?
the current one is the Gen Alpha, totally dominated by the digitalization. So, well, the most important skill which they have to learn is to adapt with no in the early childhood years, because this is where we, as a parent or as an educator, has to support them. So, adapting with no. Secondly, early childhood is all about igniting all the sense organs and then merging them together.
Hmm.
But once that is done, the second part comes up, self control and self discipline. So it is a stage where first all the sense organs, including your thinking process, logical thinking, are to be ignited.
Hmm.
And then comes the later part of adapting with no and self control. So it's like a transitional phase. You start and you hand over the baton to the next phase of your life so that you are ready for all the skills which are required.
लवली। फिर कितना अच्छे से आपने समझाया। ये अडेप्टेबिलिटी विद नो मींस एक थोड़ा उस पे कैन यू पुट अ लाइट फॉर एवरीवन?
Well, adaptability with no is if someone is something is required or desired by a child,
हाँ।
and if that is not being fulfilled, so how the child handles himself herself in terms of emotions, communication, aggression, or feeling betrayed or loneliness. So, being a part of the society, it is very important to have space for others and for yourself. So, to keep the maintain the balance between yourself and others is something about adaptability with no.
वाओ, मतलब ये ऐसे आई जस्ट थॉट दैट दिस इज सच अ बिग थिंग because nowadays I have seen that children can't handle the word no at all. They start throwing tantrums, they start lying on the floors. I have heard extreme cases where Suppose a mobile phone was taken and then suddenly a suicide note comes in. So yes, I agree with you. This is very, very, very important to handle their emotional quotient, but really nice. Sir. So दूसरा एक question, since our preschool is doing a lot of skill development and play based learning, if you can give how does like a little best practices regarding how does our school integrate play based learning to support skill development so it can help the others also.
Well, the first part is to understand the child holistically. So, the most important thing which is required to understand is not only the development of the mind, but also the emotional development and how the child handles the mind when the emotions are up and down. So, emotions helps in stabilizing the mind and focusing. Without focus, you won't be able to observe, and without observation, you won't be able to experience whatever you are witnessing outside in the external world. So the personality is both inner and outer. So in order to touch the inner personality of the child, we have to go through the emotional aspects first. Then we have to select the playways methods which are helpful for reaching out the developmental milestones. So we don't we simply take up this way whether the child is at what scale of developmental milestone. So reading is a skill, listening is a skill, speaking is a skill, writing is a skill, thinking is a skill, creativity is a skill, communication is a skill, completing your task is a skill, being independent is a skill. So depending upon which level of milestone they are, we move ahead. First is the gross motor skill development, then comes the fine motor skill development, and then comes the language and the cognitive skills together. Because the more you interact, the more logically you interact, the more logically the child will think. So that's how it goes. In the initial years, children mainly learn by observing and copying.
Hmm.
So if they are observing rational behavior of elders around them for their small errors, they will learn to respond that ways only. And if they see some kind of panic, be it in any form, so they will respond that ways. So the most important responsibility for the educators of preschool is to be calm and cool in front of the kids for the small errors.
Wow. Actually, it's lovely the kind of different ways in which you are integrating, and every task that the child is completing is a skill that is being added to him. So this is awesome. So one last question, because I'm really so interested कि आप इतना already इतना मेहनत कर रहे हैं अपने बच्चों पे to build the next generation. Sir, आपके parents, all the preschooler parents, how do you involve them so that they can help take this kind of skill development that you're doing in school at their home? So how do you involve the parents? It's just out of curiosity.
Well, my first question to my parent is, what do you want us? You want us to do the developmental, holistic development of your child, or you want us to engage them, or you want us to entertain them? Because entertaining the kids is a different part, engaging the kids is a different part. And when you have to go for the holistic development, then it requires their participation also. So Arjun's story is the best example of this. He was the most skilled archer. He was the most intelligent and all. And the moment his emotions were hurt, he was there was a turbulence in his emotions. He gave up his idea of taking up the fight, and Krishna was there to guide him out. So that is where the parents come to understand what is the need of emotional development. And the most important part is, I always believe and tell them that karma is in our hand, results are in the hands of Shri Ram.
Nice.
So, "Hoye wahi jahi Ram rachi rakha." So
हाँ.
that's how we just motivate them to focus upon the efforts. And most importantly, we also make them sensitive that the success of your child is defined by his improvement in his past performance and the current performance. So the journey covered by your child is important than comparing him or her with other children. So, and finally, making them a good human being is the most important part than being a skillful person. Because Eklavya was also a good, skillful archer, but he filled the mouth of the dog with his arrows, which was not a good act. So,
Sir,
being skillful and being a good person both are important. So that's how we just move ahead.
एक्चुअली मैं भी इसमें बहुत बिलीव करती हूँ। मैंने पता है जब मेरे दोनों बच्चे छोटे थे, तब से आई हैव टोल्ड देम कि बेटा बड़ों का आदर करना और छोटों को प्यार। मुझे देखो मार्क्स आएंगे, उनके आशीर्वाद से आएंगे, बट आई वांट यू टू बी अ गुड ह्यूमन बीइंग फर्स्ट। हमेशा दूसरों के प्रति जो एम्पैथी है, जो आपके अंदर भाव है, वो होना बहुत जरूरी है। बाकी रेस्ट एवरीथिंग विल फॉलो। एंड जो आपने बात कही कि होए वही जो राम रचि रखा, इज व्हाट आई रियली बिलीव कि अमेजिंग सर। आपसे मिलके ऐसे लग रहा है एकदम एक अलग ही कनेक्ट हो गया। सो एंड गूजबम्स आ गए जब आपने बताया कि कैसे अर्जुन जी एकदम वो इमोशनल टर्बुलेंस आ गया था और फिर कैसे कृष्णा ने उनको गाइड किया। सो रियली नाइस। एंड मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा कि इतने आप नॉलेजेबल हैं और इतना आपने लाइक इतना ज्यादा एक प्री स्कूल के ऊपर इतना ध्यान दिया। मेरी तरफ से आपको बहुत ब्लेसिंग है कि आपकी चेन ऑफ प्री स्कूल्स हो जिसमें हजारों स्कूल्स ही स्कूल्स रहे, ताकि आप ग्रो करते रहे। रियली
Thank you so much. Thank
एंड
you
आई
so
एम
much.
सो हैप्पी टू बी कनेक्टेड विथ यू सर। अगर हम आपको लगे कि भाई कुछ आपकी हेल्प कर सके या कुछ आगे ले जा सके और कुछ भी कर सकें, तो वी आर ऑलवेज वन फोन कॉल अवे। मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा आपसे मिलकर,
Thank
रियली।
you so much. Thank you
एंड
so much.
सर 1 फरवरी आना है एकदम, और बहुत सारे एंथुजियाज्म के साथ आपको मजा आएगा स्किल भारत सम्मान में। और मैं आपका एकदम पर्सनली बहुत वेट करूंगी है ना
Thank
सर?
you so much. Thank you. I will be there. And lovely work to all the team members of yours. And great work you all are doing. Keep up the good work. We are always there with you. If anywhere we are helpful for your this journey of yours, always available. And the most important thing in the teenagers learning the skill of meditation.
ओ
So
यस।
integrating meditation along with all the skills of especially this AI. So the skills of AI are many, and integrating meditation with that is really a great thing. If anywhere we are helpful to you, would love to help you out.
ओह डेफिनेटली सर, हम आपको जरूर वापस से रिकनेक्ट करेंगे कि कैसे हम इसको और बेटर कर सके, है ना? ठीक है सर। रियली नाइस मीटिंग यू एंड सी यू सून। थैंक यू।
See you soon. Looking forward. Okay, thank you.